20th anniversary of the Oklahoma City bombing. All this week, we're looking back and talking with people whose lives were affected by the events of that day. Today, we talked to a former reporter and editor of the Oklahoma Gazette who, through a series of letters, got a unique glimpse into the personality of Oklahoma City bomber Timothy McVeigh.
He wrote me to say that I had misquoted him.
I think all his letters made it clear that he wanted...
Phil Bacharach was a reporter with the Oklahoma Gazette and covered the Oklahoma City bombing extensively. He was one of a handful of reporters who was granted an interview with McVeigh. After Bacharach published his article, McVeigh wrote to him.
He was actually pretty complimentary in his letter, except for he said I had reported that McVeigh called the FBI wizards of PR. And he wrote back, said, no, they're wizards of propaganda, and here's why.
Bacharach says that started a 2.5-year period where the two would write letters back and forth.
We could talk about anything but the bombing.
Bacharach says that McVeigh wrote about pop culture and other high-profile inmates being held in his same prison.
He would write about Ramzi Youssef at Supermax, or when Ted Kaczynski was brought to Supermax, and he was so messy. I mean, it was just like he wrote about the most innocuous things.
Bacharach says he wanted to help McVeigh write a book, something McVeigh would later do with two reporters from Buffalo. Bacharach says the audio tapes of McVeigh talking about the bombing caught him a little off guard.
Just to square that person with this really dispassionate psychopath who could talk so calmly and freely about what he did step by step was kind of a revelation to me.
Bacharach says he kept writing McVeigh, hoping to get answers as to why he did what he did. How could he justify killing so many innocent people?
Ultimately, you know, that's an unanswerable question because there's no rhyme or reason for why someone would do that.
And coming up tonight at 10, we'll tell you about the unique way that McVeigh would package the letters that he would send from prison.